Okay, so I'm gonna break my silence here for a minute. There's an easy way to do this that doesn't involve pliers or anything of the sort. And basically you're gonna take this flathead, and you're gonna get it nice and under this pin. Let's see if I can get a video of it. It's right there. Let's see, yep. So you're just gonna slide it under, and it's gonna wanna slide around. You're just gonna pull up and slide it off. Just like that. Get like a U joint or a U-shaped piece in there, and that's what it slides into, and then the rest of it holds it down for tension. So it's something that a lot of people in the forum seem to have an issue with. I promise you it's not. Nothing crazy. Now the clutch pedal is free to move. This is what the clutch pedal pivot pin looks like. It has a little crown on the top that keeps it from moving. So due to the age of this vehicle and just how incredibly hard it seems to be to get these things out, I recommend just buying a new one and destroying the old one. I think I bought this for $5.34 on FCP Euro, and I'll put the link in the description for it. That thing right there is what we're taking off. So next I'm going to take this and I'm going to pry it out basically. So what I did is I broke off all of the tabs that keep this in, and I'm just going to pry it out, and then we'll get on to removing this piece right here. Okay, so it is now day 2. This thing would not come loose. So the trick that I just, happened to find, it sits in here like this with the pedal on it. Take a bolt, right? It just literally needs to almost slide in. This one's tapered. So it goes in, and then I just screwed it in a little more to where it had some, it had some, it didn't want to give. And I just pried and was able to pop it out. I don't know if that was just due to age or what, but this thing was a pain. And if it's a pain for you, I promise you're not alone. I just recommend finding a bolt. Thankfully I have, just a god-awful amount of extra ones in here. But now we can actually get on to the rest of the video, my bad. So it's just gonna take some wiggling, but once you get it out, it's out. This thing came off on mine. I'm certain you can probably just take this little clip right here off and get it out. I'm gonna use this time to clean all of these parts. Maybe see about replacing if need be. But my primary concern is these right here. As you can see, those are OEM with the slot for the grease. But we're replacing them with ECS tuning. So we're gonna see how that goes. So these fit. So now I'm gonna take some silicone grease, so that way these Don't squeak. Definitely fit a lot better. I'm certain those did at one point, but they seen better days. A little bit better. Not crazy, but I'll take a little bit better over nothing. Now, just in case, you know, your memory fails you, much like mine does sometimes, this spring is gonna sit on this piece right here, with this on the, like the more open pieces on the bottom. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some grease on this, so that way it slides a little better. Just for the sake of, you know, not wanting to lock up and trying to get rid of some of this rust right here. It's kind of gross. I'm pretty certain that's plastic. I think the other piece is plastic, so I'll have to use some silicone. But I'm definitely gonna use some grease on this metal pivot pin. All right, so after some percussive persuasion from our Klein linemen, as you can see right there, we got this piece fully seated. Whenever you come to this side, let's see if I can not block the camera. You can kind of see it back there. That should be fully seated in there. Remember to not forget your return spring, which is right here. Go ahead and seat that one in. The clip goes on, you just slide it in. It's nothing crazy, and then we're just gonna repeat the steps. You can see, my bad, I'm gonna get my camera working better. I've already got that piece nice and put back together and greased up. So now all we gotta do is just put everything back together. I took this down. All it does is just slide into these little pieces right here. I mean, it's super easy to put back in. If you decided to take it out, what I do is I just get it in the very rear, slide it back in. It's not going anywhere. So now we just got to put everything back together. And that is how you replace the clutch pedal bushings on a BMW E60. This one's a 545. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's just much better, a lot more crisp. It doesn't do a lot of the side to side, so that's all we're really looking for.